having gone through this now, and what would you say to somebody else who's sort of in the same predicament, sort of on the cusp of coming out? How do you feel better having done it on the personal level and having made the decision to do it on the public level? Is it freeing?
Yes, I have to say it is, in just manners that I hadn't expected. There's always been any time that I'd put my arm around Nancy, I'd be wondering, okay, who's behind me? Who's behind me? Who's behind me that knows me? Who might, and it's just, I hate that. I hate that, having to second guess my behavior. And, I think it's still going to be with me, but maybe perhaps not as much. But more than anything, what I would just want to say, Suzanne Westenhofer said it best from the stage of on the cruise. When she was closing, the last thing she said, if you aren't out, come out. That the more people that come out, the less we will have to deal with this, the less secrecy there is, the less we will have to deal with people actually having to come on a radio show and say, oh, okay, I'm out. How many people come out and claim their homosexuality, their heterosexuality? That doesn't happen.
Well, I think it's not a big burden, but I think you either can get a new pair of designer shoes or change the world, and I think you've chosen the latter, and I think that's a pretty terrific thing. And thank you for doing that. And also, can you now make it so that the triumvirate, when someone very important comes out, is People Magazine, The Today Show, and The Frank DiCaro Show? Could you tell people to do that?
I will work on that.
Will you do that? Because we would appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. It's a real joy to get to meet you.
Thank you, Frank.
And thank you on your adventure. And I promise you this, you will sleep better tonight than you've ever slept in your life. I promise you that.